Hi team, my name is Logan and I've decided to read the whole Bible. I've never done this before. I grew up in church and have, you know, wandered away over the years, but I've decided to take my faith a lot more seriously. And so I've decided to read the Bible in a year, and I'd love for as many of you to join me on this journey as possible. I'm reading a short section of the Bible every single day and relaying what I find most impactful to me. And with that, I'd like to do a prayer. Dear Lord, I pray for whoever's out there listening to this, and I pray for, all of them to have, strong, impactful, and fruitful faiths, as well as, that whatever challenges that they're facing right now that they can overcome, and that through your grace, they may be able to succeed. In your name we pray, amen. So with that, I'm going to read you guys Genesis 11 to 18. And this is the story, the beginning of the story of Noah. So, now the earth was corrupt, and God's sight was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on earth had corrupted their ways. So God said to Noah, I'm going to put an end to all the people, for the earth is filled with violence, and because of them, full of violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood. Make room in it and coat it with pitch inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark is there. The ark is to be 300 cubic feet long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening 1 cubit high all around. Put a door on the side of the ark and make a lower, middle, and upper decks. I am going to bring floodwaters to the earth and destroy all life under the heavens. Every creature that has breath to live and everything on it will perish. So, not exactly a happy God, right? Not the loving, all-encompassing God that we get to hear a lot about in the New Testament, but kind of a wrathful, vengeful God that, doesn't appreciate the way that we've been living here on earth. But I kind of want to more focus on Noah's point of view on this story, and I cannot imagine what that would be like. We, as humans, have always kind of been drawn to this idea of the end of all humanity. There's a million movies out there. What do you guys think about 2012, where they have to, only the rich people know that the end is coming, and they build these giant arcs in Nepal in order to try and survive? Well, there's a lot of wicked people who make it up onto those boats, but I kind of more prefer to think of it more as an Evan Almighty. When Steve Carell has to build an ark because there's a dam that's going to break, and there's going to be flood water everywhere, and it's going to destroy the profit of this other company. But people just make fun of him the whole time, and they berate him and they belittle him, and that's very telling. God's telling Noah to build this massive boat on dry land, fill it with a bunch of animals that are going to just somehow walk up to him. And I'm sure he got mocked and told how dumb he was. And, I can see very easily how you could be led astray in that kind of situation. And how many of us can honestly say that we would put down everything in order to go follow God and go through getting ridiculed by our neighbors and friends? In today's world, it feels like we as Christians are kind of afraid to stand up for God, kind of afraid to put ourselves out there in a way that makes us vulnerable in any sort of situation, let alone be for religious use. And I think that fear stems from a lack of understanding or a lack of knowledge in order to defend our values. I think about it like when you're going into a high-profile meeting. You know everything inside and out. You know what could go wrong. You think you know what answers people are going to, or questions people are going to ask, and you've already come up with answers for them. And there's just no way that you can go into that without, being fully prepared. Well, when you haven't read the Bible or you haven't been deep in the Word or studying, then are you really prepared to defend your values? You can tell it's a feeling, and you can go to church and get those good one-liners that the preachers are going to give you, but have you really dived in and armed yourself with all of the information? And that's kind of what I think we're here to do. Like, that's the point of this study, is to, arm ourselves with our knowledge, so that we can go be better Christians in the world, and not only be better, but also, be able to defend our position, as well as trying to show, what we're trying to get done in the world. And I think, by knowing more about the past and the Bible and where it came from and the Word, then, we can do a better job of succeeding. And like I said, with that, I invite all of you to invite whomever you can to join us on this journey, and I really look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. See you.